Hey guys, Uncommon Ramen here. Today we are going to take a look at a game called Heroes Wanted. We're going to specifically be looking at the expansion Elements of Danger because this is such a hard expansion to find. So if you don't know what Heroes Wanted is, it is kind of a satirical game where you are playing a hero that doesn't necessarily have the greatest of super abilities in a lot of cases. And it's kind of a mishmash. You get a bottom part and a top part to the hero, and it's kind of randomly assigned to you, and it creates like different, I guess, different heroes every time. I don't know how best to explain it, and I'll show you in the game. And the villains are created the same way. And it's supposed to be satirical because some of the missions that you'll be completing are kind of things that you would expect to happen in real life as opposed to what we see in Marvel movies or DC movies where the supervillain has like a really, really well thought out plan. In these cases, like one of the missions is you got to help clean up litter that a supervillain is going out of his way to create. Right? So it's more of a realistic, like what would happen in real life type thing. And so these characters are more like vigilantes than they would ever be superheroes, but it's just really interesting. The reason we're taking a look at this is because, like I said, Elements of Danger is extremely difficult to get a hold of, especially for a decent price. I was able to find this on the Board Game Geek market for $30, which is still, I think it's still a little higher than it's what it would be in MSRP. But the fact is that this, I don't think, ever saw retail shelf time at all. I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong on this, that this was a Kickstarter exclusive expansion. So if you did not kickstart whichever Kickstarter they introduced this expansion in, you did not get it. So for those of us who were looking for it that didn't end up kickstarting it, we basically had to find somebody who had kickstarted it or who had gotten extra copies of it that was willing to sell it. And a lot of these, when it was, I would say probably close to 5 years back, were selling for ridiculous amounts. I remember, if I am correct, I think I saw one up there for about $120. So it was crazy expensive and very, very difficult to find. So if you take a look at the back, we're just going to see basically the contents that we're going to see in here. We're going to see a new hero type, which is the elemental hero type. But we're going to jump in and take a look at what you should expect to receive from this. Okay, so we got ourselves the rulebook here. Give you some time to take a look at that. It's going to show a content list and some quick setup rules for including Elements of Danger. I'm going to take a look at the elementals. What they look like right there. So we got some alternate cards in here. I guess there's a mini expansion in here. So that's kind of nice. And just, oh, what's at the bottom here? Oh, credits. Just quick look at what that is. On the inside of the box, we've got a whole lot of cards, so we're going to kind of go over those. Let me just get these tokens out of here. These tokens, I actually don't remember what these tokens are for, but we've got a whole bunch of these little tokens. And our elementals. Let me see if I can't get these cards out. Hero side A, villain side B, some actions. Hero. One last token. So we got all these tokens. I honestly don't remember what those are for, but so I apologize for that. This is the XCons expansion. We got the, here we go. We got Heroes B and Heroes A. So this is how you could tell, or this is how you build your hero. You're going to have cards that are marked as Hero A, and then you're going to have other cards marked as Hero B. And you're going to get randomly assigned, I think, 2 of each, and you're going to create a hero out of that based on the ones that you received. And from there, it'll tell you basically what your powers are. It gives you a name. And a couple other things that just make it very replayable, if anything. Just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Doesn't appear to be that case. Let me just make sure. Okay, we'll put that there. So we're going to take a look at all of this. And like I said, the villains are built the same way. So if we have the hero side A and the hero, or B side B, we also have the villain side A and villain side B. We're going to go into both of those. So the A side is going to be the top half of the hero. It's going to show a power right here, and then it's going to show what kind of hero it is. In this case, it's an elemental. And they're just going to be, like, for instance, this is Whirlpool, right? And then you can just see how each one of them has a different name. We got, I guess I have a expansion in here. But these are promos from Felicia Day and Will Wheaton. And you can just kind of see we're just working with the top half here. Lots of new elementals, which is kind of, it's basically what this set was made for. Right? And then the bottom half is going to be exactly what it is, the bottom half of the hero. So we have the secondary half, the second part of their name, and then just kind of a basic passive thing here. And you can see how you just connect the cards together, and here we have Arrow Torch, right? Or we have Arrow Rage, basically. And it's just kind of a quick way to not only create a huge amount of replayability in the game, but also to just create a funny, satirical hero using 2 parts of a card that just really increases the playability of this game. And some of them are just really silly things like Kid. So we have, like, here we have Kid Rage, right? And he's got his powers up here, and then he's got his little passive down there. Does it say perfect? Okay. Plastic, Professor, and Vegetarian. So that's just a quick look at the different the new heroes that you're going to receive in this pack. There's quite a few here, and it just you can pretty much mix and match them with the other stuff because there's no real difference between them. They're set up exactly the same. So now we're going to take a look at the villains here, and the villains work the same way. We're just going to take one side A and one side B, and then we're going to connect them together, and then it's going to tell you who the villain is and basically what the villain does. So you can look here at what we have going. And then on the bottom half, right, and then if you just kind of again put them together right here, our villain is the Toothless website, right? Or I don't know, the Toothless Pants, right? So it just makes this really satirical villain. And like I said, these villains aren't like the villains in DC or Marvel where they come up with these really crazy master plans and you know, are trying to end the world and so on and so forth. They're a bunch of villains that are, you know, masterminding the littering of a city, or like the looting of a circus place or whatever, like a circus tent and stuff like that. These are some of the new powers that will be in this expansion, so I'm just going to kind of go over these really quick. And I don't know if they're all elemental. Yeah, it looks like they all are connected in some way to the characters here. We got some basic cards here. Some more elemental cards. Ooh, I just realized that I had my thumb in front of some of that. So a lot, some drenches here. We got some courageous charges. I'm just gonna go back a little bit so I can, because I had my thumb in the way, and I apologize for that. Some burns. Right. We'll just skip through the drenches. Getting everything out of order here. Combat costume. Okay. So, we have different costumes. Evasive maneuvers, ferocious charge, force field for the epic characters. The epic characters in this game are the ones that kind of actually do have real superpowers. Same with the elementals. They can affect the elemental powers that they're currently in tune to, so like water, fire, so on and so forth. But the rest of these guys are kind of just like, either they work out a lot and that's why they're so strong, or so on and so forth. They're meant to be like normal humans that are just running around wearing their underwear on the outside. So some of the powers that we're gonna have here. And then we have a couple elemental cards here, which I'll show you. Sorry, I bumped the camera there. A couple wind elemental cards, and I'm sure these are probably all the same. Yeah. Oh, no, they're not. They're different. Okay, so yeah. So we have some elemental cards here. They're all a little bit different. So these are the wind goal cards. Then we have some epic ones. Oops, sorry about that. These are upside down. Okay, so those are some of the new epic ones. We got some ground element cards here. Fire element. This one is... okay, I guess this one's heart element. Mutant. This one is rage. So I guess depending on so some of these top halves had different had the rage or the heart, so I'm assuming if you end up with those. Are these promos or are these part of the same? Yeah, this is still part of Elements of Danger. But I guess if you get those, you have different goals than normal. So we have some of these right here. Some gadget ones. And they're just slightly different. So again, this just kind of adds to the replay value of the game. Which this game is extremely replayable. With the different combinations of heroes, different combinations of villains. It would be very unlikely that you would end up seeing the same things. So I guess this one is a promo. I don't remember why I put them together, but it's a promo. I don't think it actually does come in there. I think you have to get that separately, but I don't actually remember. But I must have mixed them together, but that's cool. So that's the promo that comes with the, you know, Felicia Day, Will Wheaton stuff. Tabletop, I think it's the Tabletop Day promos, because it says TT Tabletop, so... back when that was a thing. And then last but not least, we have these guys, which I think are the mini expansion. What was it called? Pros and Ex-Cons. So we're just going to kind of go through those really quick. We got Bald Eagle. So these are... we have become heroes because these guys are... One of these guys retired. That's the storyline, is that in the... their version of the Justice League, one of their heroes, which are these guys right here, is retiring, and there's a new spot becoming available. And so we're all getting masked up and running out there to be heroes so that we can be inducted into their group. To be the next big heroes wanted, you know? So that's what you're going to get inside of that game, inside that expansion. Like I said, heroes wanted, elements of danger. It is very, very difficult to find. Like I said, occasionally you'll find it on the Board Game Geek Marketplace, and it can range sometimes. I've seen it as high as $120 and as low as $30. I think that if you happen to find it for the $30 and you are looking to purchase it, you should just pick it up. It is $30 is actually a steal for this, because like I said, I don't think this was ever retail available. It was a Kickstarter thing, and it just if you didn't end up kickstarting it, then you didn't end up getting it. And so for those who are selling off their copies, it's a great way to pick it up. I don't think you can get it any other way. So that's Heroes Wanted, Elements of Danger. Like I said, it's a tongue-in-cheek, very satirical heroes fighting villains that are kind of goofy and just kind of... It's not meant to be serious, not meant to take seriously. It's just kind of a fun little game with an extremely high amount of replay value. And that is Heroes Wanted, Elements of Danger. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Love to hear from you guys, and I try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch these and, you know, subscribes up and looks out for my upcoming content. I'm trying to keep myself on a schedule here. Every Tuesday I do some trading card content, and every Wednesday I do some board game content. So please, if you like it, like and subscribe, and, you know, pass it on. Also, I am in the process of getting a Patreon set up and everything. I am working on some last details, and I will get that information out there. So if you feel inclined to support me in this process, I do a lot of this in the little free time that I have. So the more support I can get, the more free time I can devote towards getting more content out there. So as always, you know, I appreciate anybody who wants to help out. And guys, until next time, peace.